Man, I didn't know we were going to have a walkout song. I would ask for some like AC/DC or Led Zeppelin or something like that. But really appreciative of being here today. I do have to offer this. My congratulations to Coach Corbin for his induction into the ABCA Hall of Fame. Great friend, great mentor. Just really happy for him and very, very proud of him. I know that we've got a lot of different disciplines in here in this group. Some of you guys love hitting, some of you guys love pitching, and probably even to further that a little bit is just the idea of within those disciplines, you have your favorite parts. You're a pitching guy, you love the delivery. You're a hitting guy, you love the tools or the training part of hitting. And so, that's fine. I think that all of those things are important, but I think really what we're looking for is probably in this next slide. This may end up being sort of the culmination of all of those things. That's the fans.
I've seen this moment in my dreams. I'll make a pact with you. With the gods as our witnesses. Let us pledge that the winner will allow the loser all the proper funeral rituals.
There are no pacts between lions and men. Now you know who you're fighting.
I thought it was you I was fighting yesterday. And I wish it had been you. But I gave the dead boy the honor he deserved.
You gave him the honor of your sword. You won't have eyes tonight. You won't have ears or a tongue. You will wander the underworld blind, deaf, and dumb, and all the dead will know. This is Hector. The fool who thought he killed Achilles.
It's the at-bat, right? All the things that we do in the game, whether it's in practice, whether it's hitting or pitching, it's about this dance between the hitter and the pitcher. It's training in the weight room. It's the things that we do on the practice field. It all boils down to these moments. And there's about 200 of them in every game, 100 for you and 100 for me, 100 on both sides of the ball. And we never really know when that moment's going to happen, when it decides the game. It could be the first pitch. It could be sometime in the fourth inning. It could be the last pitch of the game. Whenever it is, that's sort of the root of the game. And that's what we're always training for. We're training for those moments, those 200 times a game. Being a pitching coach, I gotta add this slide. If you've ever studied warfare, you'd learn that whomever strikes first outnumbers their opponent 9-1 and holds an elevated position of attack has a distinct advantage over his enemy. The pitcher certainly does hold a little bit of an advantage. He's holding the ball. He's got 8 dudes behind him that are playing defense for him, and the hitter has to react to whatever he does. But I would say that no matter what side of the ball that you're on, if you have a superior mindset, if you know yourself very well, if you understand who your opponent is, you can flip that script pretty easily and make it 9 hitters versus 1. So basically the goals for the day is to understand those 3 things. It's learning how to compete better, knowing myself better, knowing my opponent, and then being able to do it 200 times per game. And how we're going to do that is basically sort of unravel the layers of those battles, and then try to connect all of these kind of things together. Okay, so let's start with mindset. I think the question always is can you make guys compete better, right? Like as coaches, we have a tendency to say, hey, that guy's not a great competitor. He doesn't compete well enough. He doesn't compete, or he crumbles in tough times. I absolutely 100% think that you can teach mindset. And how do you do that? I think you teach mindset by training thinking. And how do you train thinking? Well, it's the things that you're about every single day, right? It's the things that you stand for. It's the things that you talk about. It is creating that edge for the player just by virtue of being in your program. And I think, is it easy? Absolutely not. But I also think that it's necessary, and maybe the most important thing, it's going to separate us at the end of the day. So this me versus you mindset, and this is what we're trying to create, I think this is what makes the world go round. It's battle of skill and will. If I'm doing my job, if we're in practice in our training, in the weight room, when we're running sprints, when we're doing a bullpen, whatever the case may be, if I'm communicating the way that I want our players to think, the way I want them to act and react, maybe more importantly, I think you can develop this me versus you. But when I'm standing in front of the hitter, really that's the main thing that's on my mind, right? It's me versus you. It's my will versus yours. I'm better than you, and this is my opportunity to do it. I can outlast you. When you strike, I counter. When I strike, I expect to counter. I can stay in the moment better than you. Games are won and lost by guys getting out of the moment, right? So I can stay in the moment better than you. I'm more resilient. I'm more focused. I'm a quick recovery athlete. Quick recovery athlete is nothing more than a guy who can move on from a bad set of circumstances, right? So it is how we're responding. It's how we're thinking, and it's how we're training that thinking. I think this can be learned, and I think it's choice on the way that we approach it.